This is going to be the last video on medieval Japan, and we're going to move on to other units after this. So, real quick, these are the main characters that we care about, and I'm going to zip in and out of them. So this is Honda. Honda is the second greatest samurai in all of Japan at the time, and considered one of the second greatest samurai of all time. This is Sanada, considered the greatest samurai of all time. They happen to live at the same time. Yeah. It's Tokugawa. He's the main one to understand. Tokugawa. And this is Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi is the guy who called for the invasion of Korea in our last video. And his nephew is the one Tokugawa saved. His nephew is over there. And I'm just going to call him the nephew. Alright. So yeah. Super Asian-y. But anyways, yeah. What we want to do is we want to focus on certain members at a time. Okay, so let's get. Oh, and yeah, we mentioned. Tokugawa. Tokugawa wants to be shogun of all Japan, which is the leader of all Japan. He's a daimyo, which is a major lord or a noble. Basically, that means he's like a governor, and he wants to be president. But it's more like president dictator because, basically king. Either way, the emperor was supposed to be in control, but functionally he wasn't because the emperor had very few soldiers, had basically a few guards, and the shogun had the whole military. So he could do whatever he wanted. So Tokugawa... I'm sure I just did. Tokugawa is going to go for this. Now, standing in his way is Hideyoshi's family, led by Ishida. So, Ishida was a priest, and he wants desperately to hold on to it for his old boss who died. Hold on to the Empire of Japan. There's a problem. It's a young kid. I mean, he's like an elementary school kid. Very similar to like how, Caesar has to deal with the Egyptian emperor, the Egyptian pharaoh, Ptolemy, who's, this little tiny kid underneath Cleopatra. But either way, these two guys are going to go to war. And their main generals are going to be Honda here and Sanada. I think I just barely got in the frame. Yeah. So why do these guys choose the way they do? First, Sanada. Sanada is the guy who just drew a circle when he died. I told you many of them. He's got one of the most famous death poems in all of Zen Buddhism. He's an amazing soldier, everyone agrees. His units are almost entirely, towards the end, 5,000 female samurai. This time about 1/3 of all samurai are female. Either way, Sanada is by far and away the strongest samurai. His brother, called the Red Demon, because he wears a red demon mask, very similar to the Shinto red demon mask I showed in class, but with this style of armor, and then with branches coming off, like antlers, not branches, I'm sorry, like, antler horns. Either way, the Red Demon and him get together, and they agree to fight on opposite sides of this war. Now, why on earth would they do that? Why on earth would you ever have your family split up like that? I mean, they agreed to it. It wasn't a coincidence. Now, in Japanese society, when the war is done, you've got to kill off the other's family. Kill them all off. Or the kids will grow up, and their honor will demand, their Bushido will demand, that they get revenge for their family, for their clan. So you've got to kill them off to end the war. It'll just continue for years and years and years. Generations and generations. So, at the same time, if you're daimyo, daimyo 1, if your boss 1 became shogun, it was forbidden to kill you. Without reason, at least. So who to go with? Tokugawa, who is considered the better general and the smarter one, or they got the big army, Hideyoshi, whose family actually has control of it, but is run by a little kid. Tough to say who would win automatically. Sanada goes with the Hideyoshi clan, with the Shida. Goes over here. Why on earth does his brother